How we doing? Good. Well, we've had a couple good days of work, but we obviously need, more time to really get ready for this game. We got a lot of multiples, a lot of things that we need to work on and clean up with our players. Our players need to get a better understanding of what they're going to see, focus a little bit more on what they need to do to be able to recognize it in the game and get lined up in key things and do things the way we feel like we need to do them so that we can execute and focus on, the task at hand. That's really what we're, focusing on here. It's a big rivalry game and something that any great competitor would really love to be a part of and probably some people dream about. Obviously, there's even more on the line in terms of what our team has, the opportunity our team has created for itself in terms of what they can do by going and playing, a very, very good game and executing the way we need to execute. So this is the focus. This is what we want to try to get done. And I think we've got, work still to do. One thing I would like to say to everybody out there is, Thanksgiving is a great holiday, probably one of my favorite holidays. We spend a lot of time thinking about what we don't have, all right, but this is the one time that we ought to be thinking about all the good things that we do have, the great relationships that we have, appreciate all the things that we have. I just think this is a wonderful time for everybody to just say to yourself, I'm happy to be here, all right, and look at all the good things that you have that we all should be thankful for. So I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and certainly you and your family and our fans have a wonderful holiday.
Start on the left side with Matt.
Just to follow up on that about Thanksgiving, what are your plans for tomorrow? What's your schedule like? And along those lines, what's the best thing that Miss Terry cooks, and what's your contribution to Thanksgiving around the Saban house?
Well, seeing that I'll get there 15 minutes before we eat, I guess I don't know what I'm contributing really, but we move up practice a little bit tomorrow, so some of the guys can go home. The guys that can't go home, the coaches have them to their house. We usually have 12 to 15 guys at our house. Our family will be there, which I'm certainly looking forward to seeing, my mom, our children, and, have the opportunity for all of us to share in the thanks for the blessings that we have. But, until that time, it's a regular Thursday for us in terms of what we're trying to do to get ready for this game.
Nick, Gus likes to run a lot of trick plays. Do those come down to just eye discipline, or is there a way you can prepare you guys maybe for the unknown?
No, there's they have a lot of, and they're well designed. They're difficult to defend. Every player has got to be focused on keying and reading the right things and do his job. And as soon as a player doesn't do his job, they can take advantage of it. And they have a lot of multiples, and it's a lot to try to practice. But what it comes down to in the game is the players have to recognize it and, and be aware of what can happen. So they do a really good job on offense.
Stay over here with Mark.
Just how have Dominic Jackson and also Minka Fitzpatrick progressed throughout the week, and will they be able to play on Saturday?
They both practiced the whole time, and they're fine, and we think, ready to play.
Go back over here to Michael.
On that line, we've seen Kenyon out there practicing, taking a little bit of contact on that arm. Is there any way he could play this week?
We're kind of taking it day to day. We're doing a little bit more with him every day, and he's certainly anxious to get back out there. But I don't know if he's done enough in practice. I always ask the player when we get to the game if he thinks he's capable of doing his job well, and I'll certainly have that conversation with him sometime between now and then.
Okay, we'll wrap up here with Alex.
Obviously, you've had several coaches go on to head coaching jobs, and several more even on staff now being mentioned. But for you personally, do you take any pride in kind of having those connections, the assistants that go on and do bigger things under you?
Well, I really appreciate the great job that the people on our staff do for us. And I know that every assistant coach is motivated to professionally advance himself so that he may have a better opportunity for his family. And for the people who've done a good job for you and how much you appreciate it, you certainly like to help them do that, but you also feel good about the fact that they have that opportunity if they get that opportunity. So we feel good about the guys that have gotten opportunities in the past from our staff, and hopefully they've learned something that would help them be successful. And we have a couple guys on our staff right now that have been head coaches before and may have that opportunity in the short term in the future. So, and they're working hard and doing a good job for us so that they can do that. So there is a pride factor involved in all that, but there is a good feeling to see the people who've done a good job for you have the opportunity to get a better chance in the profession for their family.
Thanks, Coach. That's it.
All right, thank you.